What's up, headphone addicts? Welcome to my channel where I offer my unfiltered, no BS thoughts and opinions on audio tech from a hobbyist consumer level perspective. You won't find overhype, sellout product pushing, or waste of time fancy editing here. Okay, Goombas, I'm here with the X4s. You guys have been asking for it, so here it is, alright? I know a lot of you guys have seen, or a lot of you, maybe like 2 or 3 of you have seen the Terra Pro video, and you've asked me my opinions on both, so I will do a video comparison, but for this video I'd like to just stick with, you know, the X4, and of course I'll bring in other headphones as we go along. I'll probably end up making this comparison video, hell. You can pick these up for 130 bucks, guys, and I think they compete very well at the $130 mark. I won't complain. I'm off camera. Look at the remote. I would like for them to be more like 120. You know, that's tit for tat, right? You could probably pick these up on sale if you bargain hunt, or you can still pick up the X3s, which, you know, they're excellent buds, guys. The X3s are excellent, and they're like 60 bucks. So, but if you just have to have the X4s, you can pick them up for 130 bucks at Best Buy or Amazon. I'd go to Best Buy and get the warranty. That way, you know, these things, you're planning on using them, right? So when they bust or tear or break or whatever, you can go in there and get yourself a new pair, and you only pay like 15 bucks for the insurance. So I think it's worth it. You get black and gray, and then you get like different color tips, which really don't matter because they're in your ear, right? So this is the gray and blue tip, which is kind of cool if you use like the see-through buds, which don't, you know, they're for shit. They're really useless, and I could not get a good seal with these buds. I just couldn't do it, and I don't recommend them, but they are excellent with the comply tips, so I really wouldn't worry about this color. I just get the color that you want, black or RoboCop gray. I've been thinking about RoboCop a lot lately. I'm old school, man. I grew up on that shit. So they look sporty, they feel, you know, good. I don't want to say cheap because they don't feel cheap, but the rubber, you know, after having the Jaybird Terra Pros, see, here I am comparing, after having the Jaybird Terra Pros, guys, you know, this rubber band shit, it needs to go, alright? It needs to go the way of the dinosaurs. We need to go to nylon cords. The Terra Pros are sick with that nylon cord, but they feel okay, and I've actually had experience with a lot of the Jaybird products, and they've outlasted, you know, way more than I thought they would, so I'm okay with the feel of it, even though it's rubbery now, and I'm now spoiled. They are built well, although I have seen some complaints on Amazon and, you know, Reddit, and there's always going to be the crappy ones, right? We don't really know. Either they were made badly, or they were put in a bad situation. Maybe someone's trying to use them in Alaska at like negative degree, you know, like, yeah, they're going to break. Or, you know, it could be just a regular usage, and for some reason they busted. But for the most part, Jaybird makes good products, right? So I would put them right up there with Bose in good quality products. They fit well. Again, I don't like the rubber little buds, these little tits. They're useless, right? I don't know, throw them away. They didn't do well for me. And the wings are good. They're comfortable. I think the comply tips would be your best bet as far as fit goes, and you'll get a much better sound too, I think, because you'll get a better seal, right? So seal equals sound. Speaking of the sound, guys, the sound on these things is top notch, and I'm gonna let you, I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna let you listen to a little sample just so that you can, you know, get an idea. That's gonna get stuck in your head for days. Yeah, it's stuck in my head. So the sound is good. You can absolutely EQ it. I'm gonna pull up the EQ now so you can see what I mean by that. And, you know, for you, that's my wife. You know, I had a photo drop her. I drugged her and then I married her, and she's too lazy to get divorced. So this is my personal profile that I actually made with the Terra Pros, which have the custom EQ. The X4s do not do that, but there's plenty of other profiles you can pick from, and then you can go and discover new profiles. And guys, they have like 100, I don't know, thousands. I mean, look, it's crazy, and you can just pick And it's neat that you can try them out, you know, test, and then you can go back. Like, you don't have to download it and use it. You can test it. If you like it, you can download it onto your deal. And if you don't, then you can just move on to the next one. So that's really cool. I really, really like the Jaybird app. They did a fantastic job. They probably have the best app and EQing system in the game. All right, so it's kind of hard to talk about highs, mids, and lows with Jaybird because if you don't like it, you can change it, right? But they do have good, you know, good reach. You know, with like the Terras, you can EQ it, but they have a limitation to what the driver can produce, right? So the drivers on these can produce good, clean highs, well separated from the mids. That's really, you know, the separation is going to be up to you with the EQing part. They have good lows. It's punchy. It reaches down low. First question you're going to ask, is it better than the Terra Pros? Again, I'm going to make a video more detailed, or maybe it's the same detail. I don't know. Just to have another video, I'll do it. But I'll do it now just to save you guys the trouble and the wait time. The lows to me on the Terra Pros are smoother, which that's what I like. They're present and they're smooth and they have a good low reach. These are a little bit more punchier, but they have a really low reach as well. So especially if you EQ it right, you know, it's all going to come down to the EQ. The driver's ability here, I mean, the sound between those two are so neck and neck that you're going to have to be swapping back and forth to pick out little nuances. Now, if you have to do that, you know, if you have to do that, then pick whichever one you like. You know, if you like the Jaybird Terra Pros nylon cord and personalized EQ, then that would be worth it. Another $30, right? Or if you can find it on sale. But if you just want, you know, if you have only 130, don't think that you're going to get less sound, because it's a really, really nice sound from the X4s. And if you only have like 60 or 70 bucks, get the X3s, because the X3s are right up there. All right, so the driver's ability to produce good sound is absolutely legit with these headphones. They're probably some of the best earbuds in the game, so I would not worry about the sound. You can absolutely, if you don't like it right out of the box, you can EQ it to your heart's content. They do have a good soundstage. It's obviously not very wide. They don't have the aptX or aptX HD. I know the Jaybird actually did you iPhone users a favor, and they gave you guys AAC. I'm a little jealous. It sucks that us Android folks are left out in the cold. That's a big middle finger to us, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna go out and buy a janky ass iPhone just for AAC. I ain't gonna do it, so forget it. Audiobooks are clean and clear. Obviously, you can EQ it to a flat EQ to listen to your favorite audiobooks. You know, you can definitely check out your How to Win Friends and Influence People, which maybe I need to listen to, but you won't have any problems. They're comfortable, you know, comfortable enough to use. I don't personally like using earbuds for audiobooks, but I will do it in the gym sometimes. Call quality's fine. I don't recommend buds for call quality, guys. They don't really make them for that, but you know, the microphone is close by. It's nice and large. It does well enough. You know, it's not sometimes you're gonna have problems. Someone's gonna complain. It's a Bluetooth device, right? So I don't really recommend these. If you're gonna be, you know, if you're gonna be on a business phone calls where money's involved, I would look more towards like the one more triple or double drivers. They have a neck band with, you know, wind canceling mics and all that good stuff, and you're gonna get more bang for your buck with that because the sound is awesome on those too. See, I like to name drop other headphones for you guys to give you guys other, you know, if you make them on your short list, you know, you should be looking at them if something's important to you, like phone calls. Sound leak, if you have the comply tips, guys, you're not going to get very much sound leak. Buds are really good about keeping sound in your ear. I think you'll get more sound leak from the Terra Pros, but even then, it's not bad. I don't think the volume is high enough on either one of these buds to really have a lot of sound leak. Speaking of volume is fine with these buds. I would like a little more, but sometimes the highs are a little harsh because of my EQ, and I'm kind of fine where the volume is at. And I know that's kind of rare for me because I'm always complaining about volume, right? I like ear splitting volume. They do okay. I think these are some of the better buds with better volume. I just like to have the option to go up if I want to, because I'm working out. Sometimes when I'm working out, my ears start shutting down or something, and volume just seems really low to me where it's not. And I think the only earbuds that I have that's been able to break through that is the Treblabs. And you guys can watch the video on that. They're some of my favorite true wireless. In fact, they're quickly climbing the ladder to be my favorite wireless, or just buds in general. So more usage will tell. I did not notice audio lag. There might be some, but it's you know, hair splitting. If I notice more, or just something, a deal killer, I do keep the Facebook group updated, so you might want to look at the Facebook group, search for headphone addicts, or look at the link in the description below, and you should be able to join. I post pictures of headphones, and it's a small community right now. I'd love to see it grow, but it's active. The guys on there are awesome. You fellas know who I'm talking about. You guys are awesome. Posting pictures, posting updates of new headphones coming out. It's cool, man. That's kind of what I wanted to do, and that's kind of what's happening. Only I would love to see more people partake. So if I do find something with these, you know, I got terrible dropouts when I went to a park or whatever. You know, the video's already out. I can't come back and edit it, so I will keep you guys updated in the Facebook group, or maybe I'll comment below as well. But you shouldn't have any trouble. These have solid connection. These are known to have good connection, unless you're in a really weird area. I don't know. Codecs, I already mentioned it. You got SBC for you Android folks, and for you janky ass iPhone people, you got you got AAC. Battery, you're looking at 8 hours, and that's about what you get. I didn't have any problem with the battery, and usually I don't, man. The battery is usually okay for me. You know, if I get 6 or 7 hours, I'll be happy enough with it. I'm a real world user. I'm not gonna be like, I only got 7 hours and a half. Like, dude, just charge your shit. You know. Speaking of charging, it is proprietary. I know pretty much all Jaybird stuff is proprietary for charging. It sucks. It's not a deal breaker because they give me good, you know, audio, and to me, audio and volume are king and queen, and they do well. So I can forgive a lot if you give me good audio, and the fact that I can EQ, I can definitely forgive proprietary charging. It is kind of inconvenient. First world problem, fellas. You'll be fine. You'll live. Okay, you'll be okay. So the app, I already mentioned it and kind of showed it to you guys. It's one of the best, if not the best in the game. This is my app. This is my personal EQ that I got with the Terra Pros. They did that all by themselves by doing like a little test in your ear, and you just kind of go along with it, and then they'll give you your own sound profile, which I think is awesome. It's one of the biggest selling features because no other headphone has that besides like the Neurophones, right? Or that I know of. You know, I don't know every headphone, guys. I'm not an expert. I do have a life, but from what I know of, the Terra Pros are one of the only buds that do that. I wish the X4s would do that. Now the X4s are kind of old, guys. They're long in the tooth. They are due for an update, and I would suspect 2019 is going to come out with some badass X5s. So they really need to start dropping the price on these. So just keep an eye out for that. Alright guys, now I'm going to do a comparison video between these and the Terra Pros, even though I already kind of did, right? Yeah, you get this bag, you get the box. What else did I... Oh, they're waterproof. IPX7. They're pretty much all Jaybird stuff, besides maybe the runs. I need to double check on the runs, but I know these are IPX7 waterproof, so I don't think I left anything out. Guys, I don't script my videos, so I speak from the heart, and I'm known to forget one or two things, but for the most part, I think you got all the information. Don't really look at these as reviews, more of a one-on-one kind of, you know, what I liked and what I didn't like. So you got your sweat proof, you got your, you know, your comply, whatever. Let's see if I forgot anything. No, I think I've been pretty thorough on these. Now, would I buy these? I like to ask that question towards the end. Would I buy these? Yeah, absolutely, man. These are, you know, if you're looking at the X4s, these are awesome. For me, I'd spend up a little bit more to get the Pros, but if you end up with the X4s, you'll be fine. These are awesome headphones. You might even look at the X3s and save yourself a little money. Let's see, another brand maybe. I don't know, man. In this price range, there's really not very many brands that compete well against the Jaybirds because of the app and the EQ and the driver's ability to produce good sound and volume. So yeah, no, these are a solid purchase, guys. $130, I wouldn't feel too bad. These are premium buds. I like them for what they are, but I'd still spend the more money to get the Terra Pros. And in that video, I'll explain why. How's that? So, guys, I'm not going to ask you to like and subscribe. I'm hoping you like what you saw and you know what to do. I'll catch you on the next video.